teachers. Introducing myself once again. I'm Balasubramanian, part of IIT Madras Vidya Shakti team. Happy to connect with you once again. I'm sure most of you have joined our previous sessions, and there may be some joining for the first time as well. So the last couple of sessions, we introduce you to AI and what specifically IIT Madras is doing with AI for education as part of Bodhan.ai. Then we also introduced how AI can be a companion to you all, the teachers, in preparation for the class. And it is only a companion. It is nowhere going to replace a teacher. We emphasize that in particular. This is because a teacher brings a lot more affinity to the students. AI is still a tool. It only facilitates certain things for you, but you are the eventual judge on the content that's being created by AI. That's why any AI tool will always say that the content to be verified by the individuals who is generating it, right? So with that, let me share my screen and we introduced you to Bodhan.ai. Hope my screen is visible. Can some of you give a thumbs up or raise your hand? Good. Thank you for that. So we also introduced you to Bodhan.ai. Bodhan.ai is the COE Center of Excellence set up within Madras, IIT Madras, sponsored by Government of India, Department of Education. So Bodhan.ai is exclusively working on AI for education. And Bodhan has created certain tools. The first tool is called Teacher Assistant Bot. And we introduced this tool. And we also discussed how this tool is different from some of the other AI tools many of you may be using already. Example, like a ChatGPT or a Gemini or a Claude. Right? All those tools will largely do the same work what a Bodhan.ai can do. But the key differentiation is Bodhan.ai tool is specifically created for Indian education system. And most importantly, it is hosted within India, whereas other tools, all other tools are hosted outside India. That means the data that you feed into the tool goes out of India, whereas in Bodhan, case of Bodhan, it's completely remains within India. And other tools are generic AI tools, and Bodhan.ai tool is only for education. We also discussed that you cannot ask any other question outside the domain of education. You cannot ask a question about sports or cinema or politics, or for that matter, any other domain other than education. After that, we took you through specific tools that are available in the Teacher Assistant Bot. We created a lesson plan, how a lesson plan can be created for a specific class that you're going to take. and how it helps you in creating a lesson plan. In the process, we also discussed about what is a strong prompt and what is a weak prompt. Any AI tool will refine its answer, its response, if the prompt is very strong. Example, we can simply say, give me class plan for sixth science. So the tool can still give you a plan. If the tool is ChatGPT, it may not know whether you are asking for a CBSE or you are asking for some other board, or you may not even know sometimes if we are asking for Indian context or some other context. Whereas if you give a prompt in detail with all the details, like give me a class plan for CBSE board, sixth grade, science subject, you can specify a subject, a particular portion within that or a section within that, and you can ask for a class plan, ask class plan for students with difficulty in absorbing. If the students are little bit slow, you can ask for a class plan to be medium complexity, or the pace of teaching should be medium. So all these are the prompts that you use here, and as much in detail that you can do, you can give it. The response is going to be a lot more refined. So that's called the strong prompt versus weak prompt. Right? Then we introduced you to different tools. We introduced you to a lesson plan. Then we created a worksheet which you use it during the class. Then at the end of the class, you can create a quiz and then use the quiz in the class itself. And finally, before winding up the class, you can give a homework to the students. So all these three are generating questions to be used, but for different reasons. Right? A quiz is used in the class, a homework is given to the students. So all these three different tools that we demo to you, and we hope some of you would have tried this with your individual logins that you have registered in the tool. The tool is now in the pilot phase, or you are all the early adopters of the tool. Very soon, as early as in September beginning, the tool is going to be rolled out for the entire India, and then anyone who is logging in and registering will be able to use the tool. Right now, the registration is being just put on hold for some time because they are preparing for the Pan India launch. So whoever has so far registered can use it. Others, please bear with us for a couple of more weeks, and the tool will be fully opened up for registration. The tool, as I said, is still in little bit of early adoption. So some of the options features are now limited, but once it is fully released, it is going to be opened up for everyone, for all combination of all grades, all subjects, all options here. Okay. So with that, I will just take a pause here and see if any of you have any questions. Encourage you to type your questions in the chat, or if you're happy, if you're so far good, you can even give a thumbs up or say one or two words of your response in chat. Okay. I'm assuming there are no questions at this point in time. So we will continue. So what we are going to do today is introduce two more tools to you. So we're going to introduce you today to a tool called revision sheet. So now you've taken a particular uh, topic in the class. Your syllabus is covered for this midterm or this particular term, and now you want to conduct a revision in the class before the students appear for your formative assessment. Let's take, I know formative assessment starts next week for your students, right? So you want to now take a topic and do a revision in the class tomorrow. Okay? So you can pick up this option called revision sheets. You can still type your prompt, but this menu option is just a little bit enabling you to get to the prompt. So here it says APS 3RT, then CBSE. As I said, all boards will be added in coming versions of the tool. Then it says English medium. I'm going to give a topic now. I'm saying comprehension, okay? Because it's English. It says grade 6 and class test. You can do for unit test, others also, and other classes will be added here once the tool is fully ready. Okay? Now, so we are generating a revision sheet, and I'm saying generate. Because I used just those options and selected few, and I only said comprehension. So the prompt it generated is probably weak. Okay. So it's asking me two questions. So what is the duration of the revision that you want for? You can decide for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You may want one more topic to be covered in the same class revision. So you may say 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Okay. Then it's saying, it's asking, do you want a revision? What is the revision mode? Do you want a standard revision sheet or a mock test mode? It's asking two questions. So I'm going to say now adding few more inputs. Revision window 20 minutes and revision mode I don't want a mock test, I just want a standard revision. So I've added these two. So now the prompt is becoming little more stronger. Okay. So what it is saying, I noticed the slight mismatch in the context. While your profile, when I created my profile, I had created a set teacher for 6th grade maths, but I'm asking a question with respect to comprehension, which is English related. Okay. So it's asking me whether do you want a comprehension. So it's a math-based comprehension sheet or an English-based comprehension sheet. I'm saying English. So just doing a validation. It's asking me what I want. I meant actually English comprehension, but I'm mapped to Max class, Max as a teacher. So it's this prompting. So it has now given me a complete revision sheet, reading comprehension. It has listed out how to tackle the passage, the key concepts, then common exam questions, quick tips for success, practice exercise. So it is given a paragraph and asking students to comprehend and answer these questions. Then what are the answer keys? So within few seconds or within less than a minute, it has given you a revision sheet. So it's so easy to generate. So you can create this as many that you want for the revisions that you want to give to your students. So you don't have to sit and write this. Okay. So this is one of the feature of this. So you saw how the tool took us through, correct? I gave a prompt. The prompt was selected from the menu option. I did not write it in detail. So it lacked two questions. What is the duration and what type of revision mode it is? I answered that question. Then it prompted me again, you are a maths teacher, but you're asking comprehension. Is it for maths or English? I said English. And so it has led me to multiple prompts, strengthening my prompt eventually and generated the output. That's the beauty of the AI tool. Okay. So that is a tool that we have now seen. So all of these tools that we have seen so far are the tools that you have that's helping you to prepare for a class, right? A lesson plan or a worksheet so these are all giving you certain tools for you to go to the class and then handle the class. A teacher in a class is not only just doing the teaching, you also do a lot of evaluation, correct? You conduct tests, you correct those papers, you do some analysis of the marks, identify students who are little low scorers, high scorers, and you identify the low scorers and then give them remedial classes. There are a lot of other things that you are doing in a class other than just the teaching in the class. So IIT Madras has thought through how can we help teachers with some of those activities as well. Okay? So one such tool is a evaluate work. So here, this tool is using the technology called OCR, because your evaluation is a answer sheet written by a student. Each student can write it in a particular manner. So I'm going to show you an example. I have some example here. Now let's take, so this is assume that this is an answer written by a student, right? There are two questions. First question says Newton's third law is, that's a question, essentially. So student has written and every action has an equal reaction. Then calculate a focal length. Student has written a formula and computed the answer here. So this is one answer sheet now. Now you want to evaluate this. Typically what you will do, you have to take a sheet, go through it, find out what student has written and put the mark there. So this tool in the Bodhan.ai teacher bot has the feature to do that. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to say, I'm going to just simply attach this answer sheet. It's an image. You can just take a photo of the answer sheet and upload it. So I'm uploading it. I'm saying evaluate. We attach answer sheet. It's reading. It's using the OCR technology to read a handwriting of a student. So just imagine in a class of 30-40 students, each student can write in a particular manner, correct? Some will be legible, some will not be so legible, but still the tool has capabilities to read that. So first is I've reviewed the student's work. Please find the draft evaluation below for this. In case the evaluation sheet is not legible, the tool not able to evaluate it, it will say so. Okay? But in this case, it is able to evaluate it, is able to read, the OCR engine is able to read the answer. So it has done the evaluation. Such is summarizing it. Student shows a strong grasp of mathematical computation and formulas application, though there is a conceptual gap in the phrasing of the physics law. So there are two questions that we asked. So first question, it says the student captured the essence of the law, but missed the critical detail that reaction is opposite in direction. Now, because the answer from the student was only every action has an equal reaction, whereas answer is every action also has an opposite reaction, equal and an opposite reaction, right? That he has missed it. So it's partially correct, right? Second, this one, there's a mistake in the formula. Instead of minus, he has used a plus here for a lens calculating the. It is one, corrected the answer sheet. Second, giving what went wrong, what he has done, what mistake he has done, and also giving you a suggestion for this. Okay. Now let's try one more. I'm starting it as a new conversation. So this second sheet that I have in this, and again, it's a formula, right? So on the face of it, the formula may look the answer may look right, but now let's see what it is saying. I'm saying upload it is able to do it. Here there's a mistake. 23 minus 7 is 16 and not 18. The student has written it as 18. So it is not converted. It's just a simple handwriting, handwritten answer, correct? It can still take that. How a student has written 18, 16, it is reading. Here is just given a gap, here there is no gap, but still it is read that. So this is the beauty of the OCR tool. The tool today can take 1 or 2 pages. I'm going to stop my sharing and just. Today the tool can take 1 or 2 pages and then do the OCR reading and give you the answer. But soon when the full version is released, you will be able to upload multiple pages, scan all the pages, convert it as a PDF file and upload it. In minutes, it can give you the answer sheets for 30, 40 students in single go and give you a answer. So any thoughts, any feedback? Okay, there's one question. Is this class entirely on Bodhan.ai? This is not necessarily. See, this capacity building is about enabling you with more and more techniques. So first 2-3 weeks that we are talking about AI, because Bodhan.ai is coming to you all very soon. And we being part of IIT Madras, we are introducing the tool to you as an early adopters, right? So that's why some of you were able to register and able to try. So in September month, all of you will be able to register and try the tool and make use of the tool. So that's why we want to introduce this in the few weeks. Next week onwards, I think we have covered all the tools here. Next week onwards, we will be getting into other topics, introduce you to other tools that you can use in the class, like a lot of simulation tools that we are using in Vidya Shakti class, how you can use that. So we'll be covering other topics as well in this. So the second question is also on the same thing. The third question is, does it allot marks to it? Probably right now it can only say right, wrong. It may not be able to summarize it, but once we have more questions, that capability can be built. And I'm going to show you something else now. But it can summarize the answer sheet and say how many wrong questions, how many right questions. So it can assign marks. It's after all the prompt that we have to build. Okay, there's another question about it is a little bit difficult to follow this. Needs additional information, I think. Probably, I don't know whether I was a little fast, not. I'll once again try to explain this evaluate sheet, and I'll go a little bit slow, and you can see if you're able to grasp it. So one of the most interesting feature of this tool is the tool can, okay, let me step back. All the other options that we saw so far, like creating a lesson plan or a worksheet or a quiz or even a revision sheet, all this is based on the syllabus that is already fed into the tool. So how did it generate a class plan, or how is it creating a revision sheet? It's because the syllabus is already fed into the tool. As this is a IIT Madras and the Department of Education initiative, we have access to, they have access to all the syllabus, all the boards, all that have been work is to evaluate an answer sheet written by a student. Right? So I showed an example here. If you have a formative assessment test result, which week after next you are to evaluate, you are going to be taking it home or sitting in the class school and going through sheet by sheet and correct it, right? And put a mark there. So what this tool can do is, it can do the evaluation, because the tool knows the question, is reading the question from here. Newton's third law is, and tool knows what is Newton's third law, what is the right answer. And again, the capability of AI, correct? Then it reads what student has written and corrects it. Likewise, formulas. The tool has capabilities because it has been trained so with all the details, right? Now, very simply, I'm saying I'm uploading that answer sheet. So the answer sheet is now available with the tool. I'm asking to evaluate the attached sheet. Now you imagine you have 30 students evaluation sheets. All that you are going to do is scan those sheets using your phone or your scanners available in the school if any, and convert that as a PDF file and upload it in one go. Ask the tool to evaluate. So here it has evaluated. It's saying the answer question is every action has an equal reaction, correct? Partially correct. Reason, according to the textbook, the law should be stated as every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, whereas the student answer was only equal reaction, correct? So it is corrected. It is read the answer sheet. What is the right answer? The tool knows what student has written and telling it's partially correct. Similarly, in this formula, it's incorrect because student has, instead of minus, has used a plus in the formula. So it helps you to speed up the evaluation process. That's the beauty of the tool. That's the functionality of the tool. Hope it is a little bit clear to you now. Okay. Now one more example I'm going to show. I have, now you have corrected all the papers and you have the marks in a file like this. So English, Tamil, Math, Science, Social, AI. So multiple subjects, marks of 13 students is given in this sheet. So you assume that you have this in Excel sheet or even in written down in a paper. Here we are not using this actual name because we don't want to use the student's name. Personal identification should be protected. So we're saying S1 to S13. So now if you are to analyze this, because there are 5 subjects, there are 6 subjects and 13 students. So it's a 13 by 6 matrix. So many marks are there, right? And how will you analyze? You want to analyze this and find out who is who has done well in which subject, who has not done well in, so that you can take some decision on remedial classes. So now I'm going to simply attach this and saying attach file has marks of several students across subjects. Analyze and summarize. That's all. So the tool is now analyzing that 13 by 6 matrix. It is giving me overall performance, core strength, and where science and mathematics are the areas where it needs improvement. Top performers are S10 and S1. Then student needing support are S8 and S6. You can plan for a remedial class. Now, suppose I want to say next is write letter to parents of student S10 and S1. Sorry, S8 who are low scorers, S8 and S6. You want to communicate to the parents now. So it's giving you a letter format. And that too, it's giving but student wise. Different. This for student 8, it is written differently. Student 6, it's written differently. 2 different letters. So the tool is going to help you not only in preparation for the class. This tool can help you to even help you in some of the evaluation and administrative work, like writing letter, preparing the letter, evaluating it, the consolidated mark sheets, right? Marks, and then give you an answer. These are the functionalities of the tool. So it's very soon coming to all of you, okay? And you will be effectively be able to use this in your regular classes, okay? And get benefit from this. So it was all this 3 weeks, we have introduced the tool to you as an early adapters. In fact, you are the first state where we have done this online. There will be more trainings. Trainings will be organized by IIT Madras. That in-person trainings will be conducted because it's a 5-year project for from the department given to IIT. So the tool will get a lot more features, and it's going to simplify a lot of your work in the class and outside the class as well. Okay. So with that, we have covered all the features that are available in the tool for now, and there will be more trainings from the department, from IIT Madras coming to you, and we are privileged to bring this to you as part of the Vidya Shakti program. Okay. Any questions, further questions? Please feel free to type here in the chat. Again, reiterating this is the early adoption stage. More features will be added. All of you will be able to use it. We encourage those who have registered already, encourage you to try it out. Do let us know the feedback. Okay. And we will be introducing more and more tools to you, more and more topics to you as part of this this weekly connect we have. So before we close the class, I'm just initiating a poll. Okay, there's a question. How can we get access, sir? As I said, we will do this in the subsequent weeks once the tool is fully ready. Right now, the access is restricted. In case you've not registered yet, you're not in last week, just wait for a couple of more weeks. Once it is released, we will let you know, then you will be able to register, or if you will be able to register. For now, few teachers have registered. Yeah. So if you're able to go in, it may not be, you can register still, but it may not be approved immediately. So it'll ask you, I'll show it here. You have to type this URL, staging.teachers.bodhan.ai, not the tutor. So this is what you have to. So it'll come like this. Say get started. Sorry, I've logged in, so it is. I'm signing out now. Then it will ask you this. You have to continue with Google and give your Google email ID. It will go for approval. They may take some more time to approve it. So you can register for now, but if it is approved, that you can start using it. They may not approve it now, as I said, because they are waiting for a couple of more weeks. We will give you more updates in the coming weeks when we meet you again. Okay, once the registration is fully open. I'm initiating a poll now to get your feedback about this class. Appreciate if you can answer the poll. It will appear in your screen. This will help us to improve the class, take your feedback. Another minute, you can continue to respond to the poll. Okay. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the participation, and we'll see you in the next week class. Thank you. Jai Hind.